Hello, everyone, and welcome to Enjoy English. I am Shane.
大家好，我是 Bernice.
And today we're looking at day 2 of white lies, harmless or heartless. Gentle words that come with hidden pain. So far we've been talking about white lies, and basically these white lies are told in order to benefit the person that we are lying to. We don't want to hurt their feelings. We want to protect them. We want to make them not feel bad. And that is our intention. We have a good intent when we do these things. So far we're looking like white lie good.
对，目前呢，善意的谎言，就是因为我们刚才在 Day 1的时候讲过了，我们是不想要伤害对方的情感，因为呢，他是我们在意的人，所以呢，我们不想要说这个实在的一些 harsh truth， 让他觉得说，哇，你伤害到我的感觉，所以呢，感觉现在这个善意的谎言似乎真的是 harmless。可是另外我们有这个标题讲到这个 heartless， 就是你觉得是残酷无情的吗？因为它可能真的有的时候你用一些 gentle words， 一些温柔的话语，里面真的伴随着一些暗藏的痛楚呢？我们今天就来 find out。
Okay.
White lies, harmless or heartless? Although people tell little lies from time to time, is it actually acceptable to lie? The short answer is no. When we tell a white lie, it may seem like we are doing it in the other person's interest because we don't want to offend or upset them. However, telling a lie, even a small one, can cause problems. When we lie, it shows that we don't trust the other person to handle the truth well. We are afraid to be honest with them. If the other person later discovers that they have been lied to, they may feel betrayed rather than protected. Instead of maintaining harmony in a relationship, white lies can eventually break the trust between two people. White lies can also prevent people from growing and improving. If someone asks us to try the food they cooked, should we lie if we don't like it? Saying it's tasty might lead them to believe the recipe needs no improvement. If we tell them the truth, they can think about how to make the food better. Difficult as it may be, honesty is perhaps the best policy.
Okay, let's jump right into the article.
Go.
Although people tell little lies from time to time, so these are just little lies, it is actually is it actually acceptable to lie? Is it acceptable to lie at all? Now, these are little lies, they're white lies, but they're lies. No matter what, they are not the truth. So is it really acceptable?
对，所以他第一句这一个问句呢，确实让我们要好好的思考一下。他说，虽然我们人呢 ，from time to time， 就是偶尔有的时候 ，occasionally，occasionally，偶尔我们有时候就必须要说一点这种善意的谎言啊。可是你觉得这样子的谎言，就是去说谎话这件事情是 acceptable 吗？是可以接受的吗？因为它毕竟不是事实嘛。
I'm so impressed at how quickly you can just spell occasionally.
Oh, thank you.
I don't think I could do that. Wow. So it has 2 C's, 2 S's, and 2 L's?
2 C, O-C-C-A-S-I-O-N.
Oh, it's just 1 S.
Yeah, only 1 S.
See, she's better at spelling than me. Woo! Very impressive. Okay, so is it acceptable to lie? The short answer is no.
No.
It's not acceptable to lie. So when we say the short answer is no, it just means that well, we might have to do a lot of explaining and talk about this kind of thing. And, but at the end, if you just want a very short answer, not a long answer, without any explanation, the answer is no.
对，所以第二个句子就直接告诉你了，这个答案我们就用一个很简短的方式回答你，当然不可以说谎话啦。
So when we tell a white lie, it may seem like we are doing it in the other person's interest because we don't want to offend or upset them. Now, when we say in another person's interest, what we mean is that we're doing it for their benefit. We're doing it so that it is something that is good for them. Like in this case, we're trying to protect them or protect their feelings, right? Because we don't want to offend them. And to offend just means to hurt somebody or make them feel negative or hurt, just to hurt their feelings, basically. So we don't want to do that. So that's why we do it.
Yeah.
That's why we're telling these white lies, right? It says it may seem like we're doing it for that.
只是 seem.
So seem makes it sound like, oh, there's more to come here.
Yeah. 没错。所以这个句子就是说呢，当我们呢去说这个善意的谎言的时候呢，似乎或许，所以 it may seem like 后面那个 that 被省略了，后面是一个名词子句。他说这件事情似乎好像是呢，我们是为了对方好，所以这边有一个片语呢是。In somebody's interest， 这个 interest 就是对你有利的、有好处的。好像我这么做 ，we are doing， 我们之所以正在做这件所谓的说善意的谎言这件事情，我们是为了你好，我不想伤害你的情感，对不对？因为我们不想要 offend， 刚刚讲过嘛 ，offend 就是冒犯你，或者是说一些比较负面的话对你来说，或者是让你们觉得 upset， 觉得很难过。
Yes. Okay, so I feel a but is coming because of the seams, right? But it's not but, it's actually a however.
Yeah.
However, telling a lie, even a small one, can cause problems.
Yes.
Okay. So even if it's just a little lie, a white lie, it could still cause problems. Okay.
当然这些 problems 是等一下第二段我们会知道的，所以他就跟你讲了 however transition 就是告诉你
Transition
然而就是虽然我们本来的本意我们的 intention 是 good 我们是不要伤害你不要让你难过但是呢你说谎话就算是小小的一个谎话依然会制造出一些所谓的问题的
Okay, all right, let's take a short break and we will be right back.
OK
Okay, so, well, it can cause problems to lie, even if it is just a white lie. So we're going to need to explore this a little bit further and find out, hey, even though I'm trying to protect Bernice's feelings, but that still might cause problems. Let's find out why.
Okay.
When we lie, it shows that we don't trust the other person to handle the truth well. Okay. So it's kind of showing a lack of trust towards that person. So like I said in part one, like sometimes if my wife were to very seriously ask me, what did you think about that dish that I made? Could it use a little bit of salt or something? And we have a lot of trust between us. I might not want to use a white lie there and just tell her the direct truth. Because we have this trust level that is established between us. So I could say, actually, yeah, I think maybe a little bit more salt might make it taste a little bit better. And she wouldn't be offended. She would feel like, oh, okay, yeah, I thought so too. That's why I asked you. And now I haven't lied and made things complicated. I've told the truth. And so I can see what they mean, about the trust issue.
对，所以呢，这个第一句话就是说呢，因为当一个人呢去说谎的时候，其实你造就出来的 shows， 你表示就是说，你似乎不太相信你，就是你去跟这个人说谎，这个人呢，你们之间的 trust。 好像你们之间的这个信任这件事情，你不太能相信对方，你不相信他怎么样，他可以 handle 可以处理这一件事情的真实的状况，
他不会打你之类的。
对，所以像刚才轩老师跟他的 wife， 如果他们两个之间有一个很好的 trust， 建立很好的这个信任感的话，他如果跟他太太讲说，哦，再多加一点盐巴，可能吃起来更好哦，那他太太就不会 upset，就不会让他觉得很难过这样子。
对啊，他不会打我。他常常打我，其实啊，家暴。
哇。
Okay, so let's continue.
All right.
We are afraid to be honest with them. So that's what this is about. We're afraid to be honest with them. So to be honest with somebody just means to tell that person the truth.
Yeah,
not
tell
lie,
them the truth.
not lie to them. So if you don't really trust somebody, then you might not feel like I can tell you the absolute truth. I can't really be honest with you because we don't have that level of trust. So it's like I'm saying, I don't trust you.
没错，所以轩老师就是说，因为怕他太太会打他，所以他就不敢跟他说实话了。好，就这个句子的意思。
Right. All right, continuing. If the other person later discovers that they have been lied to, they may feel betrayed rather than protected. So, for example, if my wife says to me, she says, how is the soup? Do you think it needs some salt? And I said, no, it's perfect. But then I tell Bernice, that soup really needed some salt. Don't you think so? And then Bernice, because she's not a really good friend, she tells my wife, actually, he said that he thinks it does need salt.
Okay.
Now my wife is going to be angry at me.
Yes.
Because I lied to her. Even though it was a white lie, and my intention was not to hurt her feelings, the truth might still come back to my wife, and she thinks, hey, you really lied to me. Why did you just tell me the truth? Why don't you trust me?
Okay.
I can handle the truth.
Okay.
Why did you lie?
对啦，所以这个轩老师演得非常的好，
演的，这是有演的。
这是很棒的 ，very good actor。OK， 好的。所以呢，如果另外那个人呢，最后他发现了 discover， 原来呢你一直都在跟我说谎话，原来我一直被你说谎话，所以就是意思你一直都没有对我诚实的话呢，他们可能觉得说你是背叛他们的 betray rather than 而不是我不觉得你在保护我啊，你好像背叛我。
You're the one who actually 背叛我。谢谢。
对，我就是那个 bad friend， 所以我就背叛了 Shane， 然后跟他太太讲说，其实这个要加一点盐巴比较好。对，好。
好坏哦，
然后他太太当然是打他，不会打我啊。
对啊，你好坏哦。你看看你自己。Okay, let's continue. Okay, seriously. Instead of maintaining harmony in a relationship, white lies can eventually break the trust between two people.
Okay.
So when we have harmony is kind of like a balance where things work very well and they don't get out of harmony. They don't fall out of place and become like negative or something like that. Harmony usually means things are working very well in a good way.
对啊，就是和谐的意思啦哈，老师的意思就是这样。所以呢，这句话的意思就是说呢 ，instead of 而不是维系到一种所谓的维持到这个所谓的 harmony， 就刚刚老师讲 harmony 就是一个关系，两个人之间关系的和谐，你不会骂我，我也不会生气，这样的一个关系，在这个 relationship 里面，反而呢 white lies 可能 eventually， 我们知道 eventually 就是经过一段时间，如果你常常说这个善意的谎言，你不是一次两次，你可能经常性的，他跟那个轩老师跟他太太一直都说，这个汤很好喝，这个汤很好喝，那他太太都一直这样子煮，一直这样子煮这个汤，那等到有一天 Bernice 老师去了，我真的觉得这个汤不够咸啊，你都没有加盐巴的话，那如果我不小心说出来，那完蛋了，他们两个一定吵得把屋顶都翻起来了，对不对？所以呢，最终呢，就有可能会破坏 Shane 老师跟他太太之间彼此的信任。
And you can imagine in a way it also will harm you. I mean, they don't say this here, but it can harm me because actually I would prefer that it had a little bit more salt. So my wife will just keep making it the same way. And then when she goes to the bathroom, I add some salt to it, and maybe one day I get caught. It's not good for me.
Yeah, 对
Yeah, so it might just be better for me to just go ahead and tell the
Yeah,
truth.
just tell the truth.
Yeah, okay. All right,
okay.
let's take a short break and we'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, so far we're seeing how white lies could come back to bite you in the tail later, right?
OK， 反咬你一口。
Yeah, if you're not honest right up front, these things could come back later to haunt you, and it does show a lack of trust. But I'm going to go ahead and say that this is in some situations. I think that I'll agree maybe with my wife or with somebody who I do have a high trust level already established with. I think in those situations, maybe white lies are not the best. Maybe it's best to tell the truth. And I do that with my wife because we do have a very high level of trust. So when she asks me, hey, what do you think of this dress that I just bought? Or she bought some clothes and she can still return them. I will tell her my honest opinion. I'll say, I don't know. It looks a little bit weird around the side or something like that. And she'll be like, 我也觉得. You know, and it's good to have this trust. And she knows she can count on me to give my honest opinion. But you have to have a pretty high trust level there. And be quite intimate with that person.
没错，所以刚刚老师的解释就是你们两个之间的信任感跟你们的亲密感要够。要足够的高，你要足够信任这个人，那这个时候呢，其实你就可以说所谓的真话了，对，你就不一定要跟他说善意的谎言。
But I still think I should tell white lies to my mother-in-law.
OK，
or
对，跟他的岳母
or strangers, you know.
对，不认识的人，我们又没有要保护他的话
Yeah,
OK，
you know, just go ahead and protect their feelings because it's too hard to explain, you know.
对。
Just let it go. Okay, but anyway, they're going to continue here. Let's read what else they have to say.
Okay.
White lies can also prevent people from growing and improving. So my wife could grow and improve as a chef if she learns that maybe she needs to add a little bit more salt to her dishes. Or she can become a better dresser if she picks some clothes that maybe are a little bit more 合身, or maybe 比较适合她, you know, like then she might become a better person because I told her the truth.
没错，对，所以他就说的善意的谎言其实也会 prevent somebody from doing something，也就是阻碍你了，所以会让这个人呢阻碍他的成长跟他的进步。就像老师一样，如果同学问老师说：“老师，你觉得我的作文写得很好吗？”如果我每一次都说很好很好，你写得非常的棒，可是如果他考试没有 pass the test 怎么办呢？所以呢，我还是要有时候还是要跟他说实话，说，你这个字这样子不行啊，你还是要做一些改正，这样子这个学生才会进步。对啦
Okay. If someone asks us to try the food they cooked, should we lie if we don't like it? Okay, so this is
就
something.
是炫老师的故事。
Basically, this is the story I've been telling over and
对
over again. So
我们到底要跟他说实话吗？
So what should we do? So to me, in my opinion, it depends on the person.
对了，看是什么人。
对
他的 mother-in-law 就不行讲实话。
Yeah. Yes, basically, because there's a reason. I can't put it into words, but I'm certain that I should not say,
对
no, you need to add more salt to this
对，
dish.
炫老师也不知道怎么解释，
Cause
就是
in my-
他跟他岳母之间的这个关系，
Yeah,
但是就是不可以说实
I
话。
feel it's not my place to do it.
OK， 这不是
Right?
他应该这么做的一个方法，
But,
对对
but let's see what the reading says.
Okay.
Saying it's tasty might lead them to believe the recipe needs no improvement. So an improvement just means something is made better. It's improved. An improvement is the state of being improved, being better. Right? So I still maintain that I don't want to try to tell my mother-in-law that she should improve her cooking.
，OK，
I don't feel that is my place, but it could be with somebody who I've already established trust with like my wife.
啊，对对对对对，如果以 Shane 老师的这个立场来讲，他觉得他如果跟他的 mother-in-law 也不是那么样的 close， 对不
Or
对？
even imagine even worse. I go to your family's Chinese New Year,
yeah, right.
and your mother asks
对
me.
啊，就
she's
即便
like,
我跟 Shane 老师很好的朋友也不
yeah,
行。
and she'll say, and your mother then asks me, oh, how do you like the chicken? I'm not going to say it's dry.
对，
You
这是很
can't.
不礼貌。
This is rude.
对。
It's just rude. So
没错。
to me, it really still depends on the level and who this person is in
对。
your life.
没错。
So I'm going to have to disagree with the article.
对啦，所以他的意思就是说，反正如果有人请我们品尝他们做的菜，我们到底可不可以跟他们撒谎呢？那基本上，你如果只是说哦 ，it's tasty， 你如果说很好吃这件事情，这是你的主词 ，might lead them 可能会让他们呢会觉得引导他们呢进入到相信什么呢？相信说呢，哎，其实我的 recipe， 我们这个 recipe 就是你的食谱，就是我煮好这一道菜的这个方法呢，其实是一点都不需要改进，因为已经很棒了。
Right. Okay. If we tell them the truth, they can think about how to make the food better.
啊。
Makes sense. I mean, I know what you're saying,
对啦。
article. I agree with what you are saying, but I still think it's wrong in certain situations
Okay.
to be 100% honest. I still think there's room in this world for white lies.
对。
And I think that's the discussion that we're having here, right? So it's okay to agree or disagree. Some of you might conclude that Shane is wrong and you should never lie. You should always be honest no matter what. Good luck with that.
对啦，所以
That's
轩
what I
老师
have
就
to
是
say.
他还是虽然说我们同意这个文章这位作者所讲的，就是如果说呢我们跟他讲实话的话呢，他们可能就会思考说，哦，原来我这个菜盐巴放少了，还是酱油放少了，那我就可以让它变得更好，我可以改进我的食物啊。可是轩老师觉得说，哎，还是 there's room for， 就是还有这些空间，这个空间就是说我们还是可以说一点善意的谎言啦。他还是觉得要看人跟人之间的关系，对方是什么人，还有你们的 trust 是够不够足够的这样子。
So difficult as it may be, honesty is perhaps the best policy. Now we have the saying in English, honesty is the best policy, just meaning honesty is the best way to be.
Yes.
Right? A policy is the way that you do things. Right? So the best way to do things is to just always be honest. And,
没错。
and no matter what, it is the best policy. But we know Shane's opinion on this is that it's not always the best policy.
OK， 好的
Not always.
对 ，not always。OK， 所以最后这个句子，老师再稍微解释一下，怎么 difficult 放在最前面呢 ？Difficult as it may be， 这个句子原本是 though it may be difficult， 虽然这件事情，这个 it 指的是什么？就是跟人家说实话这件事嘛。你可能觉得呢是有一点困难的，所以呢这个句子为什么这样子倒着写呢？是因为我们把那个 though 去掉了，然后呢把这个主词的 it 放在后面，然后 difficult 这个形容词抓到前面去了，然后中间放了一个 as， 这是一个让步子句。它的这个句型呢，就是前面你可以放形容词或者是副词，再加 as， 再加主词，再加动词。好，这个句型是这个样子。那你说老师跟原本的 although 或者是 though 有什么不一样呢？这个句型比较正式一点。对，就是虽然尽管如此，所以虽然尽管呢，真的要跟人家说实话，说这个真相的话很难做到。但是呢，或许我们还是这样子认为啦，诚实是最好的这样的一个策略，只是呢，还是 depends。
I should depends.
对，还是看状况的。
I think you're the same opinion as me.
Yeah,
We
right.
agree. We
Yeah,
agree.
we agree.
So what do you think? That's the important thing. And
没错。
it's a great discussion to have with your classmates, with your teacher. So hopefully you really enjoyed this lesson. I know that I found it very interesting. It's a very interesting topic. And we hope to have more interesting topics in the future. So continue to watch us.
没错。
And we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.